Hi guys, I'm Sunè Wittmann. I'm the captain of the Capricorn Eagles, the national women's cricket side of Namibia, and this is my top 10 sport essentials. So this is my number 10, it's my kit bag. This is the one that always has to be there. There's no two ways about it. So in your kit bag, obviously you have to carry your helmet, protecting your face against the hard cricket ball. So helmet is in here, and then the rest of your equipment that's needed, like your bats. There's quite a few of them in here. Yeah, you actually have some preferences. Sometimes you like to bat with a heavier bat, or sometimes when you're actually tired or a different part of the game that you want to utilize a lighter bat. So yeah, there's quite a few of them in here. And then especially the sweaty parts, hand sweating. So there's a lot of gloves in here. And then the leg protective gears, your thigh pads, protecting your upper legs. So this is the bag that has to be there. There's no choice, especially when we're doing our skill sessions, batting, bowling. This is important. So yeah, that's why it's on my number 10, because there's no two ways about it. It's always in the car. It's always at our sessions. So moving on to my number 9, the shoes part. It's pretty much the same as your kit bag. It always has to be there. So I travel from home to training in my training shoes. You get those people in the team that likes to go with their flip-flops, but I'm too scared I forget my shoes at home. So I travel to the field in my running shoes, my training shoes. So yeah, sometimes we have indoor sessions, so then I'm already set in my running shoes, and then going from there into the gym, I know it's sorted, nothing can stay behind. And then for our sessions outdoor, bowling and fielding sessions, and even when we're doing national net sessions on the turf, you take your spikes. Now I'm very picky with my shoes, especially you get a lot of shoes that are quite heavy, and when you have to carry some of your own heavy weights with you, you try and get as light as possible shoes. So this is my batting shoes. They are nice and light. What makes them different is they only have 2 spikes at the bottom, at the back. So it is referred to as a batting spike. And then obviously I have my bowling shoes as well. This is a more of an all-rounder shoe. So your proper bowling shoe will have 4 spikes at the back or at the bottom, and then so your all-round shoe has 3 spikes at the heel part of the shoe, but I still feel this is quite a bit heavy for me to run between the wickets. So this is just my fielding and my bowling shoes. So when we have training, fielding and bowling training, I will wear these ones, and then batting training, I will wear my orange lighter batting spikes. Okay, so this is my number 8. This bag always goes to training with me. It carries the rest of my very important essentials that has to go with to my sessions. So this is my number 7. So I always have my supplements with me, or take my supplements with to the field. So the shaker is always filled with water. Hydration is very important. Sometimes we forget about it, but yeah, so this specific shaker I utilize for water. It's just easier to see the levels of water in this one. And then moving on to my second shaker. So this shaker I normally prepare the night before sessions. So it consists out of my intra load. So this is just it just helps you with some energy, and obviously putting back all the needed nutrition into your body, especially in hard sessions, sweating a lot, putting in a lot of effort. So yeah, intra load goes into this shaker, as well as Glutamine, L-glutamine, this is used for recovery and making sure your metabolism is working the way it should. And then moving from there, creatine, yeah, it's a important part of our nutrition that we take in, is making sure we put back into our bodies that we utilize to have 100% sessions. Okay, my number 6 is definitely making sure I have the correct clothing with me as we alternate our warm-up clothing or our practice clothing during the week. I need to make sure I have the correct clothing in my bag for just maybe I'm wearing the wrong clothes. Sometimes you have a blue Monday, so does that save me once or twice? So yeah, just making sure I have an extra pair of clothing, especially in the summer days as well. It helps to have at least a dry shirt, and then like days like today and yesterday that brings some very freezing weather, I make sure I have a long pants in my bag as well, or sometimes we have a fielding session and then it's just a bit more comfortable wearing long pants. And then other than that, we also have our gym sessions with our indoor sessions, so yeah, just carrying an extra gym shirt in my bag as well. And then for fielding sessions, I like to wear sleeves if I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt, so this protects your elbow if you do some diving drills to not get those pitch and grass burns. And then yes, training sessions, especially our net sessions where we are bowling a lot, it's quite difficult to do it without grip socks, so grip socks just helps a lot with that. So I just make sure I have an extra pair in my bag for maybe if my socks are not, maybe it's sweated, or if I maybe have forgotten it at home. So this stays in my bag permanently. So my number 5 is my cap. So as all of you know, cricket is an outside sport, and most of the days it's quite sunny outside. So yeah, I definitely need to have my hat with me, especially on the days we do a lot of fielding. Having to look into the sun is quite difficult. It's not that much fun. So yeah, just to protect myself against the sun. And then yeah, obviously fielding sessions, hard sessions, it also keeps a bit of the sweat out of your face. Yes, this is obviously my number 4. As I've mentioned, my hat protects me against the sun, but there is nothing more important protecting me against the sun than my sunblock and my lip ice. So I've mentioned with my shoes, I'm very, very picky. So my skin is also very, very picky. So I have a specific sunblock for my face. So I always have a face sunblock in my bag, and I always have just a normal sunblock for putting in my neck and on my arms. So this is number 4, definitely protecting me against the sun. And then lip eyes, spending hours and hours in the sun, your lip starts hating you. So this is also, it's sometimes a schlep to carry with you, but it definitely needs to be there with me all the time. My number 3 is my sunglasses. Yeah, being outside the whole day, it gets quite rough on your eyes. So definitely, this is also in my bag permanently, my sunglasses. It's very important. Fielding sessions and just spending a lot of hours outside. Yeah, it's a key thing to make sure your eyes and yourself are protected most of the times. So my number 2 is definitely my watch. As picky as I am also a very analytic person, so I want to analyze calories burned, distance covered, what my stress levels were. So yeah, without technology like sports watches, smart watches, it isn't possible. So I will literally drive back home to go fetch my watch if I forgot it on the charger, just to make sure I have all my data at the end of the day going home from a full day of training. Okay, and then my number one essential is my heart rate monitor. Okay, so as I've said, I like to analyze and have data to go back to. So this heart rate monitor picks up your steps, the distances you've covered, and then obviously your heart rate. So in international cricket, you are not allowed to wear a smartwatch during games. They want to try and avoid the bettors and people placing bets and having communication from the outside on international matches. So you are not allowed to go into the player official match area with your watch on. So this is why this is my number one, because I can wear this and I can have this on and have all my data at the end of especially international matches to go back to and to track everything I did during a normal match day. And then obviously this is not just essential for match days. As I've said, if I maybe forgot my watch at home, I will drive back. Same with this, I will definitely turn around, go back, or if I'm at the field already, I will ask if I can go fetch my heart rate monitor at home. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is my top 10 sports essentials. I'm Sunè Wittmann, signing off.